So, welcome members to today's masterclass about the 7 quality management control tools that help you to enhance quality and drive improvement. My name is Senyi Basisto. I am a certified ISO 9001 auditor and a certified ISO 9001 lead implementer with certifications in project management, and I have a master's in evaluation. In today's session, we are going to look at these 7 key tools and how they enhance quality and drive continuous improvement. So we want to look at moving from guesswork to data-driven decisions. And this entails quality management relies heavily on structured approaches to identify, analyze, and restore issues. The 7 quality control tools provide the simple yet powerful techniques required to make confident and data-driven decisions. Also, there is an integrated ecosystem for process optimization where we look at the process flowcharts and how they help map the processes. And these are supported by check sheets because they help us in collecting data. Then we visualize the data collected through the histograms. This helps in distributing, in knowing in real time the progress. And then the Pareto charts help us in prioritizing where the issues are. And this leads us to the cause and effect, where we diagnose the root cause problems and solve them. And then the scatter diagrams helps us to correlate these. And then lastly, we have what we call the control charts, where we monitor continuously the progress of the efficiency of our processes. Now, we have what we call the map, the current state with flowcharts. Flowcharts are simply diagrams, and their main purpose is to make sure that we visualize our processes, steps for understanding and improvement. And when can we use this? We use this mainly to map the flows or the standard operating procedures. Remember, when you have documented your steps over your standard operating procedures, you need to visualize it. So you draw that process from start to end. And where there is need to make a decisions, you do it. It's for the good. It shows the uniqueness of a process and how it covers its scope from the start to the end. The next is how we capture reality systematically using checklists. You know very well that to support decision making, there must be collection of data. So the purpose of this is to make sure that you collect all relevant data. You organize it and you systematically present it for decisions making. So this is mainly used during inspections or data gathering to identify patterns in the performance of our business processes. The third tool is see the shape of your data via histograms. You know very well. Histograms act as visual blueprints. They help us in showing the trends in graphs. So the purpose is to show how our data is distributed with frequency. And when do we use this? We use this to analyze variation in process performance. The fourth quality management control tool is what we call the Pareto. We focus on what matters most with the Pareto charts. The purpose is to identify the most significant factors affecting a problem. We normally use this to prioritize improvement efforts, mainly due to budget constraints. It's a visual blueprint like histogram, but the uniqueness is this helps to prioritize improvement efforts. You identify and then you focus on where the problem is so that you can close the problem. Then number 5 is what we call the diagnosis with the root cause via the root cause and effect diagrams. The main purpose is to identify the causes of the problem. Now, we normally use this to do what we call a root cause analysis. During our the operations of our processes, we identify that one step that can be bringing a problem to the process. So we do what we call a cause and effect. We analyze it, what could really be the problem, and we solve it. So that continuous improvement can be effective to our quality management systems and our systems. Then the sixth quality management tool is what we call the scatter diagram. This we prove relationship with scatter diagrams. We identify relationships between two variables. And these, we use them to detect correlation or trends. You know very well that during the operations of our processes, we have various parameters, various indicators that we can use to create a connection between our processes. So we normally use the scatter diagrams to correlate these various variables. And then lastly, we sustain improvements through what we call the quality charts. Now, these help us monitor the process stability over time, and they are very crucial because we must continuously monitor the indicators inside there. So when we normally use this for ongoing process monitoring and variation control, it is a blueprint that helps us know exactly the conditions during the various periods, various conditions for the efficiency of our processes. Now, the cumulative impact of structured analysis using these tools consists and helps teams reduce defects, understand process behavior, and implement effective improvements. Driving continuous improvement every day with the use of this the 7 tools, helps to transform complex process challenges into predictable, manageable, and highly optimized workflows. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to me.